Good evening and welcome to the Walled Lake Schools PTSA Awards and Installation Ceremony. My name is Sarah Piggott and I am the president of the PTSA Council. It has been my honor to walk beside each of you this year as a parent and a representative of our district. Tonight will be a great night. Although we are on screen, I wish we could be gathered together. The magnitude of this evening and what we have endured this year will be celebrated as we have always done in the past. Amazing leaders, community servants, students, and volunteers deserve this evening. Everyone watching at home, our awardees, family members, and community partners, we appreciate you. PTSA Council is a team. We are diverse and passionate, and I do not stand alone. Thank you to Vice Presidents Shayna Levin and Brandy Brentke, Treasurer Lee Shemensky, Secretary Hillary Glazer, and Legislative Representative Susie Crafton. We also would be remiss to believe that we could tackle this polished presentation without the excellent help of Matthew Weber, Mark Edwards, Lisa Sobel, and Pam Cole. Thank you for all your time and effort to make this evening a success. Tonight is about recognition, and our school district boasts 19 of the most creative and hardworking individual PTA and PTSAs. I now invite Shayna Levin to acknowledge our presidents.
Thank you, Sarah. From Commerce Elementary, President Megan Smith. From Dublin Elementary, President Henry Gumbus. From Glengarry Elementary, President Amy Fry. From Mary Helen Guest Elementary, President Hillary Glazer. From Hickory Woods Elementary, President Dana Gorman. From Keith Elementary, President Kate Tomasic. From Loon Lake Elementary, President Nicole Barclay. From Meadowbrook Elementary, President Andrea Sullivan. From Oak Park Elementary, President Jessica Maurer. From Pleasant Lake Elementary, President Dan Monkman. From Walled Lake Elementary, President Julie Abreu. From Wixom Elementary, President Lauren Wallace. From Geisler Middle School, President Sarah Piggott. From Sarah Banks Middle School, President Jenny Jungman. From Walnut Creek Middle School, President Katie Bardos. From Clifford Smart Middle School, President Jillian Mutafis. From Walled Lake Central High School, President Tamara Prechtel. From Walled Lake Northern High School, President Jackie Gerwin. And from Walled Lake Western High School, President Jen Ludwig. As a former PTA president myself, I know the time, effort, and dedication that has gone into your role, even more in the middle of a pandemic. Please accept our gratitude and thanks on behalf of the district, council, your schools, and all of the parents, teachers, and students whose lives you have impacted this year. Back to Sarah.
Thank you, Shayna. Lastly, it's our ongoing relationship with our district leaders and Board of Education that is to be celebrated. Former PTA parent herself, we are honored to have Board President Mrs. Aggie Casagrande and our Superintendent, Mr. Ken Gutman, with us tonight. At this time, I invite Mr. Gutman to share a few words.
Thank you, Sarah, for everything you've done throughout the pandemic to keep our PTAs and PTSA Council not just functioning, but supporting us, lifting us up, and working hand in hand with the entire district. Every school district has a culture, and you can gauge much of an organization's success by its culture. Walled Lake Schools Board of Education, administration, its PTAs, its PTSA Council have a culture of partnership, collaboration, and ownership of our district. We are that strong three-legged stool. Each supports the other, and we ensure our students and staff are lifted up daily as they continue our mission and our educational pursuits. Our PTAs honor and celebrate our students and staff annually with countless activities and programs. This is our culture. You do everything from teacher and staff appreciation, building fitness and walking tracks at our schools, book fairs, celebrations of every kind from 5th grade and 8th grade to anniversaries, milestones, staff retirements. You support and work collaboratively with the Foundation for Excellence, the Lakes Area Coalition, LEA, and our 9 local municipalities. You're there at groundbreakings like Mr. Gumbus and Mrs. Piggott were at the recent Dublin groundbreaking. You show up for our bond and millage elections. You support families in loss, challenges, and other issues. You help define our culture and how we grow. What I'm saying is that Walled Lake Schools PTAs are as much a part of the foundation and fabric of the school district as they can be. And that is not how it is everywhere. You make us special. We need you. We need you to fill each position on PTA boards, especially the legislative chair function. It's become increasingly more important. We need you to reach out to other parents who are not involved and ask them to be on your PTA board. This is the only way I know we can continue to guide and support each other through this continued challenging pandemic and hopefully very soon in our post-pandemic lives. The Board of Education and I appreciate you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for all you do. If it were not, and if you were not sure you are appreciated, please pause for a moment and listen. We need you. We appreciate you. We are in this together, and your voice does count. Congratulations to each of you receiving awards tonight. Of course, I wish we were all together looking at your beautiful exhibits of your accomplishments this year, as we normally do. But we did lose normalcy about 14 months ago, and you are the secret ticket to walking out of this pandemic holding hands together on behalf of our children. Thank you again, and please know you are valued. It is now my pleasure to introduce the President of our Board of Education, Mrs. Peggy Casagrande.
Thank you, Mr. Gutman. On behalf of the Board of Education, I want to thank you for allowing me a few minutes to speak. As some of you may know, I've had 4 boys be educated through Walled Lake Schools. I actually have a senior this year. It's going to be an interesting year. We've had, challenges, we've had change, we've had one constant, and that is that we could not do any of this without parent volunteers who care deeply about education, opportunities, and also advocacy. With the need to be creative this year, because in-person wasn't always an option, here we are again on Zoom, as we've mentioned. We've had to socially distance, we've had pandemic protocols. I'm impressed, and the Board of Education is impressed, and thanks all of you for what you are doing and will continue to do. Whether it was a virtual welcome back breakfast whereby coffee and treats and donuts were sent to people's houses beforehand so we could have them as we sat in the meeting, or driving by with Halloween parades at our schools and elementary level, virtual PTAs and PTSA meetings, or I remember Walled Lake Central had a mask fundraiser. We had to get creative this year, and you did, and we really appreciate that. When I am not volunteering for Walled Lake Schools, I work for a large defense contractor, and we have a rewards program that's called Impact. It reminded me of what we're doing here today. We are recognizing the impact that everybody has here in our district on our students, our staff, and our teachers. We tonight will be sponsored by the Michigan PTSA, nominated by your local PTA or PTSA, be giving what we would call in our impact program in our company, rave awards. Again, I thought very fitting. We want to rave about all of the great things that everybody continues to do in this district. We will be giving out merit awards, distinguished service awards, and this will be our way to send out impact awards to all of you. And I want to echo what Mr. Gutman said. You make a positive impact on all of us, and we certainly appreciate you. And not everybody who has volunteered this year will be here today or will be receiving an actual award. But one of the things I wanted to mention that's part of this whole rave or impact award that I'm so familiar with from my day job is that we should pay it forward. We should thank those people for everything that they're doing, whether it's helping a child who needs something just on that particular day, whether it's recognizing an achievement of, like some of our high school students will be recognizing later in the program with the scholarship awards. Everybody's making a difference, and we really should rave about each other. As the saying goes, it takes a village, and this year it maybe has taken more than one village to do what we've had to do. Again, thank you for your commitment, your advocacy. On behalf of all students and school communities, you're appreciated. Back to you, Sarah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gutman and Mrs. Casagrande, for your words this evening. I know that for each of us, parts of each of one of your comments definitely resonates with us. So we do appreciate that. At this time, I've asked our executive board to open their camera screens because we all have a vested and deep appreciation for the awards that we are about to be giving. And so it is not only my honor, but it is all of our honor to share in this celebration. And so this evening we have 5 council awards that we're going to be giving out. And our first one this year is for Administrator of the Year. And it is my pleasure to introduce back again Mr. Gutman with a presentation for Administrator of the Year.
Thank you, Sarah, and it's my pleasure to be back. I want to talk about someone really special to all of us, Mrs. Stacy Lown, principal of Geisler Middle School. Mrs. Lown began her career with Walled Lake Schools in 2019 and started making an impact immediately. She is truly the leader of the Geisler Middle School Wolf Pack, always connecting with students, staff, and parents. She's already built lasting relationships, understands the importance of knowing her school community, and addresses questions and sometimes issues promptly and thoroughly. She leaves no stone unturned. She closes the loop. She reassures students and staff that their feedback and input is critical for success. Mrs. Lown is a leader conducting business the Geisler way. She's an experienced and thoughtful, wow, I lost myself. She's an experienced and thoughtful leader, sorry, Stacy, who prioritizes teaching and learning as well as attends to the social and emotional health and wellness of her students and staff. She exemplifies the Geisler core values of diversity, integrity, community, and equity, ensuring the Geisler school climate and culture reflect these values within its academic, encore, and extracurricular learning opportunities each and every day. She is committed to maintaining a learning environment where each child feels safe to engage in their school experiences and where each child knows they are valued members of the Geisler school community. This belief is solidified at Geisler in its school motto, "For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack." As both a parent and administrator in our district, she's committed to working collaboratively and respectfully with the Geisler school community and the entire district to better the learning experiences of every person who walks through the doors. Sarah Piggott, Walled Lake PTSA Council President and Geisler PTA President, said, "Ms. Lown has been a perfect fit to the Geisler community. When your leadership creates a school environment that staff and students truly enjoy and would choose each day, there is no limit to the amazing opportunities that can be captured each day. We are fortunate to have a visible, connected, and caring principal in Ms. Lown." Ms. Avola, our Director of Community Relations, said, "Ms. Lown immediately grasped the collaborative partnership with the Walled Lake Schools Federal Credit Union and all of the Walled Lake Schools middle schools, and together they opened credit unions in each of our 4 district middle schools. She's on the Foundation for Excellence Board of Directors and has made a commitment to support its critical efforts and fundraising on behalf of the district and her colleagues. Stacy's dedication and her ability to see the whole picture, the whole child, and the whole Walled Lake Schools community has been astounding and refreshing. Her energy and her enthusiasm is contagious, and I've appreciated working with her tremendously. For all of these reasons and more, I'm honored to present Stacy Lown, virtually, the Walled Lake Schools PTSA Council Administrator of the Year. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gutman, for your kind words. And thank you, Mrs. Piggott, for all of you do to support Geisler and the PTSA district-wide. We love you. Thank you. Thank you both for always keeping our students at the core of your service to our district. I am so lucky to be a part of this wonderful school district. When Mrs. Piggott told me that I would receive this award, I was in absolute disbelief. This year of all years, this award cannot be about an individual leader. So I humbly accept this honor on behalf of all of my administrative colleagues across the district, my assistant principal, Mr. Pipkin, and my wonderful Geisler Middle School staff. I have never, ever worked with a more dedicated, reflective, and conscientious group of people, including my PTSA board. Through this pandemic year, we have all worked collaboratively and tirelessly with a common purpose. And through all the unknowns and challenges, we have risen to the occasion to provide the best possible instruction and safe learning environment for our students. Our teachers have risen above and beyond our expectations to plan and implement remote and in-person learning. And I could not be more proud to lead the amazing group of educators and students that make Geisler Middle School such a special place and the perfect place for me. When we are able to live our purpose, we become happy and fulfilled. After over 20 years as an educator and over 8 of those as a school leader, I'm reminded every day when I walk into Geisler and stand out front and say hi to my kids that my love for my students is my why every day. It is my honor and my privilege to serve Walled Lake and my Geisler Middle School students, staff, parents, and community. Thank you, PTSA, for this beautiful award. I am so incredibly grateful to work with a group of parents who care so much, not only about the education of your own children, but about our entire Wolf Pack. And your sincere joy and pleasure in serving our Geisler community is so inspiring to me and our staff and brings me so much joy. Thank you again. Thank you. And congratulations to all of tonight's awardees and our PTSA board members. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Ms. Lown. Very, very well deserved. We're so grateful that we can honor you this evening. As we move on in our awards presentation, the next award I will be presenting, and I invite Ms. Judy Avola into our panel. Good evening. So it is my honor and privilege to announce the next award. And this award is often, sometimes can go to someone whose recognition has just been made simply by their years of service. Proudly, this is not the story for our district or our historical awardees of this honor. This year, we were compelled to look back during each of the important and critical 19 years that our nominee has represented Walled Lake Schools and determined to be by far the most deserving of the Michigan Honorary Lifetime Award. Our nominee year after year has shown without a doubt a deep love and loyalty to Walled Lake Schools. The landscape and people have changed over the years. However, in good times and in challenging times, the calls have been answered, the questions have been received, and the connections have been made. Sometimes against popular opinion, but for the greater good, our nominee has responded and taken the critical opinions and nods of appreciation in stride. Acting as liaison to Cabinet and the PTSA Council, our nominee has never lost faith in the power of our parent community. They have always set out to provide a purposeful and meaningful relationship with each of the 19 schools. Truly speaking to the Michigan PTA motto of every child, one voice, our nominee has built a community and personal relationships that have afforded Walled Lake Schools to be a pillar of education and a presence in our state and beyond. Lifetime Achievement Awards mark a special moment in time. It gives a person perspective to look back on how far we have come and great vision for the future. Brian Herbert once said, "The capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill, and the willingness to learn is a choice." Over the past 19 years, Judy Avola has chosen to continually learn and grow, to communicate and deliver, and to provide for all the families of Walled Lake Schools. Our superintendent, Mr. Ken Gutman, shared these kind words. Judy Avola has been an excellent steward of all communication to and from Walled Lake Schools. Her work on public relations and marketing, along with her work on many, many internal and external committees, has served our staff, students, and community well. We are grateful for her leadership. So tonight we are honored to present Ms. Judy Avola with the Michigan Honorary Lifetime Award. Thank you for supporting our PTAs and our PTSAs and for recognizing the power of our parent community and communicating with grace. We wish you the best in your retirement and hope that you can treasure your time with Walled Lake Schools having been a part of your journey. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you all very much. You have been an inspiration. The parents in our school district have continually lifted up the entire district, our students, our community. You've supported, you've helped, you've been there every step of the way. And I am eternally grateful to each and every one of you. And I will never forget you. Thank you so much for this extreme honor. And I'll never forget you. Thanks.
Thank you and congratulations. Very well deserved. At this time, I'm going to move on to the next award, which is for Council Member of the Year. And this award tonight is going to be presented by Lee Shemensky.
Thank you, Sarah. It is my privilege to present the Walled Lake District Council Member of the Year Award to Jackie Irwin. Jackie has worked tirelessly for council and Walled Lake schools in a variety of roles. To name a few, Jackie was president of council, is president of Northern, held numerous PTA positions at Clifford Smart, and was president at Keith Elementary. She might have done stuff before Keith, but I started at Keith when she was president. She also has been a huge asset for our Reflections program for the past few years. She goes above and beyond to help anyone and everyone. When I broke my ankle a few years ago, some of you might remember, and I couldn't drive, Jackie picked me up and drove me to the bank so I could deposit PTA checks. Even during a global pandemic last year and this year, Jackie, as council president, stepped up to make sure that we had an installation and awards ceremony. Sarah Piggott, council president this year, said this about Jackie: always wanting everyone to feel honored, she worked tirelessly to make us feel very special with never before planned virtual celebrations and events. Her thoughtfulness and leadership transcended to all of us on council this year. Mr. Diamond, the principal at Northern, shared his experience as well. From the moment I met Jackie, I knew our PTSA would be in good hands. He said, she had been a wonderful recruiter and leader, so people want to join our PTSA. She is what my grandmother would call good people. And his grandmother is right. Jackie is a good person who cares about our district, our staff, and our students. Jackie deserves this award, and as someone who has worked with Jackie on PTA boards and has become friends with her, it is my honor to present it to her. Thank you, Jackie, for all your work, and congratulations.
Oh, you guys are too sweet. Thank you so much, but I really don't feel like I deserve this award. Nothing I do is without a team behind me, and nothing happens without having a successful group of people. And I happen to be surrounded by them, including all of you. So truly thank you for allowing me to be successful. And thank you guys for all you do and for recognizing the time I've put in. I really do appreciate that. Thank you all.
Congratulations, Jackie. Very, very well deserved. We're glad you could be with us tonight to accept your award. Thank you, Lee, for that presentation, those thoughtful, considerate words. Next, I am going to introduce back again Mrs. Grande. She's going to be sharing our Distinguished Service Award for Council this evening.
Thank you, I appreciate it. So our PTSA Distinguished Service Award for the council this year goes to our legislative lead, Susie Crafton. Susie is quick to learn. She motivates, she leads the district in legislative activities. When asked, she reaches out to others. She started leading a parent group and a community members to help them understand what exactly is this thing called school funding. Why are we so challenged by it? And what are the other initiatives that might be important that are happening in Lansing? She networks with others throughout the county and the state. She continues to share her knowledge, very important in this position. One of the words that I believe describes our PTSA Council Distinguished Service Award winner is passionate. And PTSA Council President Sarah Piggott agrees. Sarah said, Susie's passion for advocacy is to be admired by all, But what is more outstanding is her ability to bring people into a conversation. She can open your eyes to multifaceted topics and make you feel comfortable with her knowledge. She's insightful, soft-spoken, which makes her all the more interesting and engaging. Sarah also said, "I am proud to know that Susie represents Walled Lake Schools at the state level and will continuously forge paths to enlighten, advocate, and support public schools." Finally, Sarah said, "We have all benefited and will continue to do so with Susie's hard work and dedication to our district." Susie is also straightforward. She cares deeply about Walled Lake Schools. When I first met her, I understood that she was a graduate of our school district and moved back home to give her children that great educational experience. She wants the best for her children, but also for all students and children in the district. Specifically, she continues to advocate for public schools to be funded properly and fairly. She helps understand our antiquated school funding system in the state of Michigan, explains how we should advocate for positive change, helping others find their voice because she knows that we're stronger together. Having held the position that Susie holds as a legislative rep and lead for the district on the council, I know that it takes organization. It takes time, it takes energy. And all of this is something that Susie has and brings to this role and to the district. Please join me in giving Susie a virtual round of applause for her efforts and success this year. If you'd like to say a few words, please feel free, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Casagrande. And to everybody, similar to what Jackie just shared, the power of parents is a collective effort. And this is just the beginning for parents in this district. I'm so inspired by the involvement we had at school board meetings this year. We had legislative reps attend our National PTA Advocacy Summit. They're engaging at, both the local level and at the state level. We've had people go to legislative meetings with Michigan elected officials like state senators and state representatives. And this is, we have such a strong foundation to build on. I just can't wait to see what our district is able to do on behalf of students in the future. So come along for the ride. It's going to be fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Susie, and thank you, Mrs. Casagrande, for those beautiful words. Very well deserved, and we are grateful for all your time and energy. And our next award this evening, our last council award, will be presented by Ms. Avola, and it is for the Council Merit Award this evening.
I am honored to give the Council Merit Award this evening. 3 short years ago, Mark Edwards literally jumped into the Walled Lake Schools Community Relations and Marketing ocean, and he's been swimming with a strong current ever since. He started amid the district's $316 million building infrastructure and equity bond, and has produced videos on everything from budget to the early childhood center to every accolade student, staff, in the district has received, and for every event. When the ocean's current got even stronger with COVID, that's when his video and website expertise was taxed to the max, as they say, with demand to do every event and project virtually. But that's when his light was shining the brightest. And he's been smiling, enduring, and producing some of the best work for our district community. He's a true gem to work with. His technology and expertise is amazing. And there isn't a day when I do not thank him or let him know I could not do my job without him. Sarah Piggott, Walled Lake Schools PTSA Council President, said, "Sometimes we are challenged to take risks beyond our comfort zone. And Mark truly makes you feel special and valued in whatever capacity he is engaged with you. He works tirelessly to frame each PTA and PTSA in a beautiful light in this district. He appreciates the uniqueness of each of our 19 schools and makes every effort to be sure they are captured in the best way possible. Over this past year, Mark has worked side by side with PTSA Council, and we are so appreciative of his amazing talents and hard work. This partnership came from tough circumstances surrounding this school year, but will always be looked upon as our silver lining. Mark Edwards is a person of integrity whose passion is Walled Lake schools and public education. He is a servant leader who uses his technology expertise to make us all shine. He sheds a beautiful bright light on our students, staff, and district with his incredible talent and skill with video, social media, and media relations. As the webmaster, he has trained and greatly assisted our administrators and staff, instilling the importance of using the website as a critical communication tool. He works long days, is available 24/7, and is fully committed to Walled Lake schools. He loves the PTA and our PTSA Council and will do whatever it takes to get the job done, ensuring it is always quality work and done right. His wonderful handprint is all over the district's communication program, and I will be forever grateful for his work and his dedication. Thank you, Mark Edwards, for everything you do, and I'm giving you a virtual hug. I'm very happy to present you with the Walled Lake Schools PTSA Council Merit Award. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Ms. Evola, I thank you for your hard work and your dedication over the years. And who would have known or who would have thought when we met each other in Chicago during the Michigan School Public Relations Conference that we would work together through all the tough times that we've been through in these last 3 years. And I'm truly humbled and honored, and I've grown so much from working with you. Again, I want to just thank the PTSA Council. Congratulations to all of our award winners tonight. You deserve a virtual round of applause. It's evident that strong parent groups build strong communities. The PTA boards from each of the schools from across the nearly 60 square miles of our district, you are truly the core. I'd like to thank Jackie Gerwin for her community service and her leadership. For the duration of my time, and it's been a short time in Walled Lake, she's been instrumental. And she deserves a round of applause for really quickly pulling me in and to being a reflections judge within my first year. So thank you, Jackie. Sarah Piggott, I appreciate you more than you know. We are a large and we are an active district, and it's a daunting task to pull off the projects that you and your team make look so easy. This award event tonight is a great example of that. So you, Sarah Piggott, I thank you, and you deserve a round of applause. A huge thank you and a round of applause to our 2021 standing committees, the PTSA Executive Board. Truly appreciate your work across this district. And a final thank you to anyone and everyone who works with our kids across this district in any capacity. You are the glue, and you deserve a round of applause. And I just hope that we'll all continue to advocate for our children, share our knowledge that we have with one another, and celebrate the many amazing accomplishments that our students show us every single day across this great district. I love Walled Lake Consolidated School District. And again, I humbly thank you for this award. It's truly appreciated.
Thank you so much, Mark. We are so grateful for all of your time and effort, and it was our pleasure to give you that award this evening. So at this time, we are going to spotlight each one of our individual units, and we are going to share the unit awards. Unit awards are decided on by each executive board, and those awards are to recognize those people in your schools that have gone above and beyond. This is a beautiful, beautiful celebration. If you are at home and you are joining us, I invite you to encourage your family to come sit by as your awards are presented. Each of these awards are so important to all of the foundations of our units. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank each and every one of you, and to the presidents for helping to put together this beautiful slideshow. I thank you. So please enjoy the slideshow. Thank you so much to Mark Edwards and Matt Weber for putting together that slideshow presentation on behalf of each of our schools. And thank you again to all the presidents for your contributions, for your wonderful award winners this evening. Everyone will be receiving a copy of the slideshow, so you can feel free to share that with your membership and your community in order to celebrate. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Quinn Haver. She is the teacher representative to the Walled Lake PTSA Council, and she is going to be sharing some words about our Irene Daniels Scholarship.
Thank you, Sarah. It's a great pleasure to be here. As the chair of the PTSA Scholarship Committee, each year I recruit committee members and promote the Irene Daniels Scholarship. In all my years overseeing it, this was the year that we had the most student participation, so that was great to see. The scholarship is given in the name of Irene Daniels, who prior to her death was an active Walled Lake parent and PTA leader at Twin Beach Elementary School. On behalf of the Walled Lake PTSA Council, We will be granting 3 students with a $750 scholarship for use in their post-secondary education. And the committee looks for students who have demonstrated a commitment to service and scholastic involvement. This year's recipients were chosen because they met all of the criteria of the scholarship, including personal or family membership in the school's PTSA. These students have made an impact on their schools and the Walled Lake school community. They demonstrate through citizenship and commitment the key ideals of the Irene Daniel Scholarship. They are academically capable, involved, and caring students who give back to others. Sitting on this year's selection committee were Mrs. Dana Gorman, parent, Mrs. Brandy Brenke, Walled Lake PTSA Council Vice President, Mr. Tori Yu, teacher and parent, Oakley Park teacher, Mrs. Robin Shapiro, Mrs. Ellen McDonald, Walled Lake Curriculum Coordinator, Mr. Jay Caver, Walled Lake Northern graduate and former recipient, Smart Middle School teacher, Melissa Hildreth, and Mrs. Lee Shemensky, the Walled Lake PTSA Council Treasurer. The committee congratulates all of the applicants on their dedication to students, and we especially congratulate these 3 who were chosen for this honor, and we hope they continue to be leaders in their future academic endeavors. And with that, I would like to turn this over to Mr. Greg Diamond, the principal of Walled Lake Northern High School, so he can present the scholarship to our first recipient.
Thank you. It is my honor to be able to introduce to you Walled Lake Northern's Irene Daniel Scholarship winner, Alexander Klein. Alexander Klein is a leader among his peers in many different capacities. Alex is a member of our highest honors group of graduates because he has earned a GPA of 1.52 over the 4 years he's been at Northern. Alex is a 3 varsity sport letter recipient and has been captain on most of those teams. He has been instrumental in Walled Lake Northern's many athletic accomplishments, including many city championships. While not studying or preparing for his next game, Alex has been an important member of our National Honor Society. During that time, Alex and his colleagues have helped hundreds of people, both locally and internationally, in charitable projects. Besides being a leader among his peers, Alex is just a nice kid. He has a positive attitude that is infectious, and with the exception of when he's on the athletic field, he always seems to be in a good mood. Alex's teachers all find him to be kind, conscientious, and a hard worker. I know Alex's parents are very proud of him, as well as we are at Walled Lake Northern. Alex plans to attend Hope College, where he'll concentrate in computer sciences. The staff and PTSA at Northern all agree that Alex has a very bright future in front of him, and we look forward to hearing about his many future accomplishments. Would you please join me with a virtual round of applause in honoring Walled Lake Northern's Irene Daniel Scholarship winner, Alex Klein.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Diamond, for the kind words. A couple thank yous. Thank you, Irene Daniels, for the legacy of caring and volunteering. Thank you to Mrs. Quinhaver and the selection committee for choosing me as the recipient. Thank you to all of the PTSA members for your hard work and dedication. I'm honored and humbled. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Congratulations, Alex. We're so proud of you and we're so grateful that we were able to honor you with the scholarship, and we wish you the very, very best in your future. Congratulations. Next, we will have Mr. Froning, and he will be doing the presentation for Walled Lake Central.
Hello, is everybody there?
Good evening, Mr. Froning. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you bet. So this year's Central High School recipient is Sydney Urbaniak. Sydney has been deeply involved in various parts of life at Central, but she may be best known as the founder of a 501c3 organization called the Student Pantry. The pantry provides food, clothing, and school supplies to students in need in Walled Lake. I know firsthand about the Student Pantry because Sydney put me, my wife, and other volunteers of the Student Pantry to work this summer. The pantry worked with principals and social workers in each school to identify the students and families who need extra support to be successful in school. The pantry strives to close the economic gap that exists for students, allowing them to focus on their success in school rather than worrying if they will eat on a given day. Their reach has grown from helping one student to over 120 families in the 6 years since Sydney founded the organization. Sydney has also been a key part of the acclaimed Central Marching Band for 4 years and a drum major for 2, and the lead drum major in her senior year. Sydney has been a member of the National Honor Society for 2 years. She successfully completed 4 college-level advanced placement courses while maintaining over a 4.0 GPA. Until COVID hit, Sydney and her family were involved in PTSA book fairs, the spring fair, and they helped organize teacher appreciation events, and they provided donations over her 13 years in the Walled Lake schools. Sydney's leadership has supported the national PTSA motto of every child, one voice. She believes that a child who is supported by basic resources is a child who will become better educated, and a better educated child will have a stronger voice. Sydney enjoys listening to music, writing, playing the clarinet, and playing with her dog. And once COVID's over, she looks forward to spending more time with family and friends. Sydney anticipates continuing her education at Michigan State University in the fall. Congratulations, Sydney.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fronings, for those very kind words. I am honored to receive this scholarship, and I am honored to have been picked out of all of the kids at my school. I'd like to thank all of the administrators and the teachers, the paraprofessionals, and all of the parents who I've worked with over the years in both my own academic pursuits as well as the student pantries. I could not have done this without each and every single one of you. Thank you to all of the PTSA members who have made all of the incredible events and everything that you guys have done while I've been a student, and especially thank you for this amazing scholarship. I am humbled and I'm so honored to have been chosen, and it really means the world to me. So thank you so much.
Congratulations, Sydney. We're very excited for you. We hope you do wonderful things in the future, and we are very proud that you are a recipient of this scholarship. Congratulations. Next, and certainly not last but least, Mr. Hamka for Walled Lake Western is going to present Irene Daniels Scholarship.
Thank you so much. Congratulations to everyone. It is with great honor that I recognize Ella Lynch for the Irene Danielson Scholarship Award. In the time that I've known Ella, I have observed and witnessed that she is a one-of-a-kind student who is friendly, dedicated, and exhibits maturity beyond her years. At Western, Ella is greatly respected by her peers and staff alike. In addition to Ella being an outstanding student and a strong-minded student, she is dedicated and determined to enriching the lives of people around her. She is indeed very selfless and open-minded. Ella's presence at Western plays an integral part in our learning community as she positively impacts those around her. In the classroom, she is described as being a team leader, a problem solver, and she is open-minded and considers unique perspectives and various viewpoints. When confronted with a challenge, she perseveres with persistence, attention to detail, and a hyper-focused work ethic. She is also active beyond the classroom with Link Crew, Marching Band, National Honor Society, just to name a few. Outside of school, Ella continues to be actionable in the community as a true servant leader. She works at the family funeral home, assisting with funerals, visitations, tech support, and maintaining the gardens during the summer months. She also gives back to our senior citizens at Fox Run as a server at the many restaurants, where Ella makes sure everyone is well fed and taken care of accordingly. Most recently, Ella has stepped up her game and opened up her own Etsy shop, a sticker company where she does all the designing, producing, packaging, shipping, social media marketing, advertising, and customer relations on her own, like a true boss. It's been an honor having her at Western. She is indeed an exemplar for many, many students, and I wish her nothing but the best as she prepares for her next life, her next chapter in her life. Congratulations to her. Congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Lynch as well. They did a phenomenal job raising an outstanding student. Congratulations. Let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you for such the kind words. They mean a lot to me. Thank you. I want to thank the Irene Daniels Scholarship Committee for choosing me to receive this award. It is a great honor, and I want to thank the district for everything they've done for me over my career as a student. It means a lot to me, and I'm honored to receive the scholarship. So thank you.
Congratulations, Ella. Thank you, Mr. Hamka. We wish you the very best, and we hope that you continue to follow your dreams and do the best in your future. So congratulations, Ella. At this time, we are going to move into our interactive portion of our presentation. And this is the moment where all of those who are committing and moving on toward next year's executive boards and chairpersons will mark that transition in leadership and be installed as our new officers and new committee chairpersons for the 2021-22 school year. And with that, I am proud to introduce Ms. Tracy Troy, who is president-elect of the Michigan PTA and who has agreed to join us tonight and honor us with this induction ceremony.
Thank you for the kind invitation to participate in today's celebration. I'm honored to be a part of such an important event. So before we move to install the officers for the new term, I'd like to express gratitude to those who served as the leaders for the 2020-2021 term. This term included navigating a pandemic, which added many additional obstacles. Thank you for all you've done to serve your student community during this challenging time. I encourage you to continue in your efforts to promote the interests of children and youth. So in our virtual format, the 2021-2022 slate of officers for Walled Lake PTSA Council will visually represent all Walled Lake unit officers and chairpersons for the 2021-2022 term. So in affirmation by your willingness to be nominated and elected to an office or a chairperson in a unit or council of Walled Lake PTSA Council, you've signified your willingness to serve the interests of children and youth. It will be your responsibility to lead Walled Lake units and councils during the coming year and create an atmosphere where we can all grow. So all officers, please raise your hand. PTA was organized for a specific purpose. Do you promise to uphold the mission of PTA to make every child's potential a reality by engaging and empowering families and communities to advocate for all children? If so, please answer, we do.
We do.
In accepting these positions of responsibility, will each of you fulfill the duties of your office to the best of your ability? If so, please answer, we will.
We will.
We will.
Great. All right, you can lower your hands. With a strong belief in your several abilities, with renewed optimism for Walled Lake Council, PTSA, and all the represented units within this council, I now declare you all duly installed officers and chairpersons for the 2021-2022 term. Please join me in celebrating these new officers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tracy, for taking time out of your busy schedule to perform that installation ceremony for us, and to all of our newly elected officials and exec board members and chairpersons. You are taking on a role that is outstanding. It makes a difference in your life of service and volunteerism. It allows you to become more connected with your school community, and it shows your children that you value education, and that even though things can be tough, times can present challenges, that as a parent or as an adult in their life, you value the education and the staff members in Walled Lake schools. So I thank you all for being a part of that ceremony and induction. Thank you, Tracy. This has been an evening of celebration. It has been an evening of time for not only myself and many others to hopefully reflect back on the year that we have had. Individual units will, I'm sure, be sharing their small celebrations together over the next couple of months and reflecting back on things that they accomplished and maybe their goals for their next year. Wherever you are in the process, wherever your unit is in the process, support one another, encourage one another, and reach out if you need support from us as PTSA Council. We're here for each of you. I am so grateful that I was able to have this opportunity to speak this evening, but much like many others have said, I don't do this alone. I'm so grateful for everyone's support and encouragement along the way. And I know that next year we will continue to do great things. Our district will continue to be a flagship of advocacy and support. Our staff will enjoy their place in our district and working with our students, and our children will thrive in the best educational environment that we can provide. So thank you all for being here this evening. Please stay healthy, stay safe, and be well. Good night.